Okay, hello everyone. How are you today? It's cooling down, huh? Today, I'd like to update you on some good news. First of all, remember last weekend I talked about in San Jose, one of my disciples, his relative is diagnosed as with COVID-19, and that's about 3 weeks ago, and he was worried, so he said, anything we can do? I said, yeah, of course, we can do, we can help. If you can recall, I told you a few times that in last December, one of our people in China, Wuhan, was infected. Her father is 73 years old and not in good health, so he's infected. So we because of that, I had to intervene and help him. So 2 weeks later, he tested positive. And so this case interested me because in China, in that case, they have the medicine master protection, so it doesn't quite count. Okay, but in this case here, my disciple thought he probably was planning on requesting a medicine master protection. I said, no, it's not a big deal. His relative doesn't practice meditation, doesn't recite the Buddha's name like we do, so it interested me. So I said, I show you how he can fix himself. We can help him. And basically, when the COVID-19 invades your body and you don't cultivate the way we do, then you need help. You come here and you practice with us, you practice like this, you have protection because the practice will help neutralize the virus. And this is something that medical scientists and doctors don't know yet. That's why the whole world is in trouble. It's no end in sight because even if they get the vaccine, it's going to take another year before everyone is vaccinated. So that's the nature of the virus. The virus is very weak, but it causes fear in the scientists and the general population. And so that's the real damage from the virus is primarily harming the pre-existing conditions people who are sick already, and it comes in and weakens your immune system and will make the other problems proliferate, okay, very quickly. And that's the nature of that. And whereas people like us, when we practice, recite the Buddha's name and meditate, recite mantras like you did last night, or many of you did meditate overnight, didn't you? I noticed a few of you did. So if you do it like that, it's no way the virus can harm you. No way. I stake my life on that. And if you have, that you're worried, you can ask me. I will help you. But for this person, the case interested me because he has no protection. He doesn't come to the temple. Doesn't believe probably doesn't believe in what we do. So and so when you're infected, remember, if you don't practice, you need help. Okay, either go see a doctor, and the doctors can't really help you right now. And it's unfortunate because if the whole world practices meditation the way we teach you, there's nothing the virus can do to those people. Nothing. But anyway, this person doesn't practice, and therefore I showed my disciple what to tell him what to do. And he did that. And last weekend I said, it's been 2 weeks, I wonder what happened. So I asked him, he said it was tested recently, but the test didn't come back. Now, yesterday I was texted by my disciple up north, and he said the test did come back negative, meaning that the doctor declared him free of the virus. Okay. No meditation like you at all. How is that? No medicine, master protection. Isn't that cool? So I thought it's great news for the whole world. But anyway, with small-time people, who's going to believe us? And who cares? It's none of our business. All right? So anyway, so Xian Jie, when you come up there again next week, do a recording for our own people, for our followers. We don't care if people believe or not. It's none of our business, okay? But it's good news for people like us, for our faithful, the people who want to practice meditation, recite the Buddha's name. It's one of the better protections, and you don't need to depend on a vaccine and some of these promises, okay? All right, so do a video and do an interview or something. All right, and we post it for you later. Any questions? Again, we're not, this is not what is it? Drawing attention to ourselves. We all know this. I've all known this since December last year. I told a few of you and casually mentioned it a few times, but we're not trying to prove anything. You don't believe it's your problem. I just open my big mouth and just speak. That's all. Yes. Question. Blue.
Yes, Master, are you going to keep us in suspense until we watch the video of with Venerable Xian Jie?
What?
As to how you were able to help this person?
Oh, it's our stuff. We don't even want to reveal that. It's none of their business.
Okay, thank you,
Okay,
Master.
but basically, you need help. You need outside intervention. You need to do something. If you these people you infected because it infects you, it infects me, it infects everyone. That's the way it is. When you inhale it, you touch it, you're gonna get infected. Like we're infected by all kinds of viruses, every day. But then our body, our immune system is stronger, so it cannot do anything to us. Okay, and that's why we're not worried at all. Okay. More than most of you, I have a lot of work to do, important work to do, so I'm worried about dying as well. And worried about you coming here to infect me. You evil people. What can I do? It's my business to open the door and for you to come and infect me. Okay? Let's face it. It's a very dangerous profession. I wouldn't recommend it. So it's kind of cool for us, okay? Great news for all of us Buddhists and believers. We can do something we do things that can protect ourselves, okay? It's not for everyone, so it's not some kind of coup to draw attention. What is that word for that? Not grandstanding. It's something, some attention gathering coup. What is that called? I forgot. Anyway, you guys are, your English is no good. God, I want some real people with real English skills, for God's sake. What happened to the old man who's he's resting. God, it's so terrible. My living dictionary is not even here. Anyway, also what drew my attention yesterday was I was looking at the news. wondering what I'm going to be talking to you today, and no time to talk about that sutta. Anyway, I saw the news. It says Friday night around 9 o'clock at night. Anyone remember Friday night around 9, 10 o'clock? 11? Okay, well, I'm 2 hours off. Remember what happened? Huh? Were you jolted a little bit? Huh? Yeah? Were you scared? It lasted about 2 seconds. Longer? Well, it took me. How long was it? Not even. You're kidding me. Huh? 4 or 5 seconds. Because when it came to be 4 or 5 seconds, I said, say what? And I said, cut it out. When I said, when it happened, after that I said, what? My house is moving, my floor is moving. I said, cut it out. That's my first reaction. After a few seconds, I said, cut it out. And it stopped. So Saturday, I read the news, and the newspaper people reported that it's bad enough that it's so hot, and California is burning up, and Southern California has a earthquake. Okay, so the news people are so upset, it's just like we don't have enough bad news to go around. And I laughed. I said, "No, you guys don't know anything. Huh? You guys are so worldly. You don't know anything at all." So it turns out Friday night, my disciples texted me. And I said, Master, would you like to know what they texted me? Earthquake at Rosemead. 4.6, 4.8, something like that. So I know. And next line is that, should I tell you? Huh? 2 of them texted me, and 2 of them said, Master, somebody got enlightened. This Buddhist gossip, okay? For you non-Buddhist people, we understand. This is a Buddhist joke among us. So somebody they texted me and said, somebody got enlightened. It's a statement, not a question, mind you. I didn't say anything. And so yesterday at lunch, I started talking to people. This happened, also happened something like over 10 years ago as well, in Southern California. Okay? I think at least a couple of times, but I remember the one there was 5.1 in Compton. Anyone remembers? There's a 5.1 earthquake in Compton, around that Compton area. Okay, you can look up the year, but around Compton area, there's a 5.1. Friday night is 4.6. Okay, and this is the Buddhist. For us Buddhists, we know that when someone is enlightened, the earth quakes. And usually around 5, that's it. Because it's not designed to inflict damages. If you have the quake that causes a death or damages, it's definitely not because someone is enlightened. But Friday night, okay, no one was injured, right? No one's hurt. No real damages to people's properties. Notice that? Same thing years ago in Compton, 5.1, okay? So this is Buddhist rumor, mind you, okay? It's no proof. We're just gossiping this morning, okay? Is it clear we understand each other? Okay, don't tell people. It's just us Buddhists gossip. Okay? Someone got enlightened. So that's a great news. Okay? Meaning that this person is going to go around and save us all. Huh? Isn't that cool? Huh? And don't bother asking the people up north because they wouldn't be able to recognize this person. Okay, it's too high for them. Besides, if I keep on telling people this person at that level, and my jealous Dharma brothers up there, would say, Shifu, Master YongHua says, if the real people never reveal themselves, what's the Chinese for that? 真人不露相, something like that, right? 露相不真人, something like that. If you're a real man, you don't reveal yourself. You reveal yourself, you're not a real man. Okay? You know why Master YongHua said that to them? Low-level people. He never told me that. He told me differently. But anyway, that's between him and me. Okay. Anyway, so for low people like that, we don't care. That's why. And that's why people asked me at lunch yesterday. Said, "Who's that? Who's that?" I said, "Well, would you like to know?" They said, "Yeah. Who's that?" I said, "Oh, let me see. Up north, they can't. If I tell everyone, then I have no secret left." So anyway, it's interesting because it shows that Southern California people are cultivating and Northern are not. We should segregate from Northern California. We better. Period. Okay? We don't want to be associated with them. Hey, San Jose people, we're gonna exempt our location in San Jose. Otherwise, the rest of them, we don't want them. How is that? Can we do that? I will sign that petition to break up California into 2 at least. We cultivate, okay? We're real people here. So it's interesting because years ago when Compton happened, I said, "Oh wow, that's cool." Because my master, Master YongHua says, when people are enlightened, the earth quakes. And as I said, it quakes only, but it doesn't cause any damages at all. And that's how you can tell. So I think there's a quake when I was cultivating, there's a quake in Victorville, and then there's a quake in Compton. That's the 2 that I remember, okay, when I was practicing. And when I started teaching, so this one here is also has no damages, also around 5. Okay, so that's how you can tell. Okay, no death, for sure. Okay? Because it's designed to shake people, to wake them up. Okay? So why is that? So that's why I wondered. I was wondering. You say, why is it some of the people down south are enlightened and there's no quake? Okay, and Friday night is a quake. See. So anyway, so it's fascinating. In Buddhism, there's so many things that's happening that's beyond the worldly perspectives. So all I want to say is tell you that there's hope for us. Someone made up his or her mind to help save us. So we have a chance, at least, to get saved. Maybe go to the Pearland if you're not enlightened this lifetime, or they will carry you and take care of you. Okay? So it's kind of cool. So you Northern Californians better start cultivating. I want to hear quakes up north. If not, I'd be very disappointed. It has been 25 years since I left home life. No real quake up north. At least a few down here already. What do you have to say? Q&A. What? Speak up. No comments? So you will hang your head in shame up north. Huh? Would you like to tell us who that person is? So that we have a good laugh?
Thầy đem người từ San Jose về.
What? San Jose says, no, you don't know. Well, ask around. Ask your teachers. Ask your enlightened teachers. Who is this person downtown who became enlightened to the point where the earth shook? Yeah, they're too busy making money up north. Up in that area, they work 6 days a week, 7 days a week. That's a norm. Okay, they make a lot of money, become rich. We become enlightened. We take it easy. We go to restaurants, go to museums, go to the beach, and we become enlightened. I predict that Southern California houses prices will up a lot faster than Northern California because of people have a better chance become enlightened down south. That's what counts, folks. I want you to keep in mind 2 things only when you do this. Number 1, don't let the COVID harm you, okay? But become enlightened. This lifetime or next lifetime. What are you waiting for? Okay? We have the technology. Others are becoming enlightened. What's happening to you? What's taking you so long? If you don't think you can make it, go to the Pearland, okay? Amitabha Buddha will teach you how. If you cannot find someone to teach you how, go to the Pearland, where Amitabha Buddha will teach you how, will help you become enlightened, okay? Because down in the Sao world, you cannot find a teacher. It's very hard to find a teacher. who can teach you how to become enlightened. You go to the Pearland, Amitabha Buddha will teach you and help you become enlightened. Guaranteed. One lifetime. Yes, red.
Yeah.
It's so bright here, I cannot
Pink.
distinguish colors
Hello?
anymore.
Okay. I have a question about Pearland.
Yes.
I see that Pearland is almost like a shortcut. And we always talk about we want to make it difficult to cultivate. But then why is Pearland set up almost like a shortcut?
It's designed for people. It's not just a shortcut. It's primarily Pearland to the Asians is a shortcut because they are afraid to meditate. The Asians tell themselves, you meditate, you get into demonic states very easy, especially Vietnamese. They know that. They're scared of meditation. They say, I meditate, a very good chances I will enter demonic states. 走火, 入魔, 斗化, nhập ma, okay, in Vietnamese. So they're scared. So that's why the Vietnamese or the Asians, especially the Chinese, they don't meditate anymore. And that's why they recite the Buddha's name. And this is the only chance for escape. Okay? You have much better chance to go to the Pure Land if you do it right than become enlightened right now. Becoming enlightened in the Sahara world where we are right now is very, very difficult. It takes a lot of work, a lot of hardship, a lot of sacrifices. Did you hear me? Sacrifices. Okay? The Northern California people, they're not willing to make sacrifices. They've got to make money, right? Huh? They're too busy making money. How are they going to become enlightened? So that's why the Pure Land is your safe bet because you receive help. You want to become enlightened, you have to do it yourself. We cannot do it for you. Okay? So it takes commitment of time, commitment of a lot of stuff. But however, this is a misconception about the Asian Pure Land. And certainly it's not clarified by my late teacher as well. He brushed lightly on the Pure Land concept. He never really explained it. That's why his disciples, his descendants, don't know much about Pure Land, and they are supposed to be the standard for Mahayana, and that's therefore is a lot of Pure Land superstitious beliefs, if you will. You know, like that man who's just left. He goes to the other Pure Land group. They specialize, Chinese Pure Land group, where they specialize only in reciting Buddha's name. And their practice to me is wrong. They will very hard for them to go to the Pure Land and they do it that way. Okay? And no one dares tell them that. I've been saying that to my disciples that it's not going to happen. They're doing it wrong. Okay, and who cares? None of our business. Okay, but it should be. It is responsible. It's the responsibility of people like my master. If he were alive, to say, no, that's wrong. You don't do that. If you do that, if you want to go to Pure Land, you are actually decreasing your chances for rebirth, not increasing your chances of rebirth. Okay, and because my master never really explained, spent that much time explaining about the Pure Land Dharma, he explained it very, very high level. That's why none of his disciples understands it. Very high level, here and there, He drops hints here. He drops hints there when he explained Chan, when he explained sutra, he explained mantras and so forth. He dropped hints only, and so his Pure Land Dharma is very, very high. Okay, that's how I see it. You cannot say he does not understand Pure Land. His level is very high. It's that his people, his disciples, don't understand Pure Land. That's why they're supposed to elaborate it for you, third generation. Okay? And they're not, because they don't understand Pure Land, period. Okay? I understand a little bit. That's why I said you can't do it that way. Okay? But if you practice Pure Land, you understand Pure Land, and you practice Pure Land, then you see the Pure Land at an extremely high level. To me, you can reach, through reciting the Buddha's name, higher level than the Korean chant, the Chinese chant right now. So it's not a shortcut. It's a very high level Dharma door. It's just people don't know how to practice it, that's all. Okay? So that's why it's a lot of misperceptions and misunderstandings about the Pure Land Dharma door. And my master's disciples didn't provide any help for you. That's why I have to open my big mouth and talk about it. Okay? Of course, when I talk about it, I'll offend everyone, including them. But if you're afraid, then you shouldn't become a monk. You shouldn't open your mouth and speak Dharma. Because every time you open your mouth, you're speaking nonsense when you ask me. But because your level is too low, it doesn't bother me. All right? So it's true that the way I teach Pure Land is a little bit lower level because there's so many superstitious beliefs right now in the Asian community, the Asian Pure Land practitioners, that if I say too much, they really would be turned off because been doing it for so long, for so many decades. Okay, and so I feel that now I'm waiting for your generations to prove it, to prove that our practice, what I call Mahayana Pure Land, should be practiced clearly. The way it's practiced clearly it's different from the way they practice. Okay, that's how you can go to the Pure Land this lifetime. If the way you practice, the way they practice, I call it Hinayana Pure Land, you will go there eventually, but very unlikely this lifetime, if it matters to you at all. Okay, it's now it's the generation of these Xian people, Xian disciples, to help our followers. Okay, you do the hand holding, I teach you, but you do the whole hand holding. I don't have time to hand hold everyone. The whole hands everyone. You have to hold all your hands. The slanders will become even much worse than right now. Master is holding hands of everyone. Any questions? Yes, Black.
A question from Alta D again.
Yes. Again? Don't say again.
If people cultivated and practiced virtuous practices, would these fires and worldly problems go away?
Well, since you asked, I will tell you this, and I'm going to offend some people. So if you are Richard's followers and supporters, plug your ears, okay? Have you noticed on how the fire started in California? From federal lands first. And then it spread to private properties. Got the drift? Who started it? Not us. Much higher authority, if you will. So, yes, if you are virtuous, you have very strong chances not to be harmed or suffer losses from those things, from the fire. For example, my master's temples, none of them got burned down. The last fire that burned Santa Rosa, which is an hour away from the city of 10,000 Buddhas, the fire got close to them and stopped. The fire got close to my disciples' property or that enclave in the central, 2 hours away from us, got close to, when it got to the perimeter of their community, it stopped. They cannot enter. Okay? So yes, it's true. If you are virtuous, you shouldn't have to worry about it. Of course, there are always exceptions. In the past, this right now, you may lead a virtuous life and you may be practicing, but in the past, you may have caused the damages. So now you're paying for it. Okay? Time is up. So I don't have time to go. Maybe in the future I talk some more about these concepts. Okay, but thank you everyone. So good news today, huh? Okay, 5-minute break, and we come back and do the lunch offering.